If you're like me and have some really deep crow's feet, what do you do to avoid makeup settling into those lines? Here's a concoction that I've kind of come up with myself to avoid makeup settling into these fine lines. The first step is really just a good amount of skincare, so keep your skin nice and hydrated and plump. So I've already done that today with a little bit of a base and a little bit of sunscreen. The next step is actually a primer. I found a gripping primer like the Milk Hydro Grip or the e.l.f. Power Grip, anything that will kind of stick and fill in those crow's feet while letting the makeup kind of glide across and then move with your face really helps. So I take just a little pea-sized amount. Really, there's basically nothing on my finger. And I just double up and then pat into the edges. And you can tell my fingers are already very sticky. Okay, so I've got kind of like sticky fingers on my crow's feet. What I want to do next is just let this set for a minute before I apply makeup. Alright, so I'm applying this foundation all over my face and taking extra care where I laid that primer to just go super light. So I just have this foundation that I'm going to take all over the face. And the last place I'm going to go is the place where I put on that gripping primer. And actually I can feel the brush gripping as it's going down. So you know the gripping primer has set by then, which is nice. And by taking the kind of crow's feet area last, you have the least amount of product on your brush. So it's not going to like be super cakey there, which is nice. Okay, now this is obviously not a full look because I haven't put on any other color, so I look pretty ghostly. But I just want to kind of zoom you in and show you how the crow's feet are looking. So I brought you in really close. You can see there's not yet any settling. And I can go like this and start to force some settling. You can see it on the other side. Okay, and then that's where the next part of this process comes in. So I haven't even set this with powder yet. I'm going to go in with this very, very small brush, force my lines to appear, and then brush out the product where that is. So go like this, and just kind of gently take away some of the product. And yes, it almost looks like I'm forcing the lines to appear, because I sort of am. Okay, so the crow's feet look just like this, pretty terrible. But what I need to do next is take a little bit of a setting powder. I just have this Patrick Ta one that I like. And so what I'm going to do is just gently start setting. And you can see the lines kind of disappear. All right, so I'm blending out that makeup and there's less product on the crow's feet. So setting it is actually quite easy. I'm going to zoom back out so you're not so close to me. Okay, friends, so we're back together at a normal distance. You can see the crow's feet basically have disappeared. Now the only thing about this is it does get a little dry. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this just setting spray and really pounce it in. And again, there's not too much product in that area, but you do want a setting spray that has some setting agents like PVP in it. This one does. That'll create just a little film and kind of help the makeup move together. So you have the primer on the first base, kind of keeping the product moving with you. Then you have less product that you took away. And then setting powder plus a little bit of setting spray, and you should be good. I've been able to get like 8 to 10 hours of wear with this combo, and the creasing is pretty minimal. Naturally, there will be some settling, there will be some creasing. Honestly, with us crow's feet people, you really can't get around it, but it will be drastically limited. Let me know if you ever want me to do a wear test. I've done that sometimes myself with one side with this technique, one side with nothing, just to see the settling, and that's what really proved to me that this technique would work. So let me know if you want to see that. Maybe I can whip that up. But yeah, that's my approach for handling crow's feet.